So we've talked a lot about DCAs, but what is a DCA? What does DCA even stand for? Well, it stands for digitally controlled amplifiers. Some consoles call them VCAs, which is a voltage controlled amplifier. So basically what that does is that allows you to control a group of faders from one individual fader. For example, a lot of people do their drums as a DCA. So I'll do that now. So right here I have my drums DCA. This is what this fader is. If I select this, I get this page. And if I select somewhere on the page, I can then select channels I want to put in my drum DCA. So I definitely want my kick in, my snare top, my snare bottom, my hi-hat, my tom 1, not my guitar, my tom 2, and my overheads. I'm also going to go down and I'm going to throw my effects or my snare verb in there as well. You also grab an individual channel and select routing. You'll get this page, which is kind of an overview, an 8-channel overview of your routing. You can select at the top and you'll see DCA groups and mute groups. We'll talk about mute groups a little later, but your DCA groups you can assign there. So my bass, I want to assign that to that DCA group. From there, you can also hit view and you get that same view as if you were to do it the other way. So I'm going to go through and continue. I have my guitars. I'm going to want to throw my acoustic and my 4 electric channels in there. My keys, I'm going to go ahead and throw my synth and my keys in there. My tracks, I'll throw my stereo tracks. I'm not going to put my click in there because that's not coming through the speakers. I don't really care about controlling that fader. So I'll skip the click and I'll do the track background vocals and the track percussion. My band, this is something that I do specifically. I take all of my band and I put it on one fader. And so that would be all of my drum inputs, all of my bass and my guitar inputs, my synth inputs and my keys inputs, and all of my tracks minus my click, of course, again. So basically everything other than vocals. Also, I want to grab my vocals and I'll throw my 2 background vocals in there and my lead vocal. For my last EFX one, I typically just do my last 2 effects returns, which are my vocal effects returns. Now I can actually go back to my band and I want to put my first 2 effects returns in with my band, and I'll probably throw my second effects return in with my guitars as well. So now that I have all of these routed, if I play something, I just threw all my drum faders up, but if I pull this one fader down, all my drums go away. So all my drums are now controlled by this one fader. Pretty cool, pretty easy way to keep your hands on the entirety of the stage at once while shifting through your layers to get to what you need to get to.